First thing was call to order. Prayer was open, happened in the work session. I placed the lead also held in the work session. We'll have our approval of minutes, approval of the agenda, the mayor's reports from council and standing committees, which we will start next council meeting. I will update on the city finances. So we don't have a public hearing tonight. We are starting something new tonight, public comments on agenda items. We as a council felt like a lot of times people didn't have a voice, that we just got up here and we voted on things, and people who were for it against it couldn't say anything about it. So we're starting that tonight. If there's something on the agenda you want to speak about, we'll give you 3 minutes. So that is something new we're doing. We just want to be transparent and give everybody an opportunity to speak. We'll report on the city finances after that. We don't have any proclamations tonight, no unfinished business, and then we'll start the resolutions. We have 8 in total. So with that, I'd like to go ahead and start tonight's meeting with the approval of the November 3rd special call meeting and the November 3rd regular session meeting. So I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Councilor Gorey has made the motion.
Second.
Councilor Tuck seconded. We have a proper motion and a second. Roll call vote. All those in favor, do so by raising your right hand. So, motion to approve the minutes passed unanimously. Do we have approval of the agenda for tonight, November 17th?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Mr. Overly made the motion.
Second.
Councilman Pro Tem Billy Young made the second. All those in favor, do so raise your right hand. Motion passed unanimously. As I said, no reports from standing committee so far. Special committee reports, we have none. Public hearing, none. So public comments, does anybody sign up? Oh, the mayor's report, excuse me. Let's go back to the mayor's report.
I don't have a big report. The biggest report I'd like to say is a big thank you to the city staff. And we've had a few meetings, had our first group with the reports. And I am reporting to the city that there is a tremendous movement of cooperation and understanding that things take a while. You got to renorm, but right now it feels good. And settling into the commitment to you and to this council to make recommendations of facts, of decisions to be based on facts, everybody seems to be falling in line with. So thank you to the city folks and everybody who makes things happen here in City Hall and out in the community. So that'd be my report right now. Right now, it feels good, and we hope it gets better.
Thank you, Mayor. No one signed up to speak on anything on the agenda tonight, so we'll move on. Reports of the city finances. All of y'all should have our bank statements that's wrongly printed out. If you'll look, same time last year, this year, our account's about $600,000 less. Something that Romy said that we had to pay our RS payment of $600,000. So you'll see that's basically the difference what our account was a year ago today. I think we're about the same on the financial summaries. Every department should be at 90 to 92%, and she said some of those that are maybe a little bit below that. It's just where they purchase a lot of stuff up front. She didn't see any issues there. She also spoke that our revenue still looked good compared to this time last year. I think it's actually up a little. Is there anything you'd like to add, Romy, to that?
The only thing I would add is with the revenue, because of the way that the municipal government finances is set up, we don't actually receive the taxes, because it's showing that we only received $420,000 in revenue for October. That is because the taxes for October we don't receive until November, so that's why we're kind of like a month in arrears on receiving those taxes. And on the IRS thing, my team and I are going to fight that, so we're hoping that we'll get some of that money back.
Thank you, Romy. Next item.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Sorry. On the finance and accounting under operating expenses,
Yes.
those numbers look a little.
Right, there's an account called a cleared account that we post revenue items that, it comes in, it goes to the general fund, we may need to journal it somewhere else. So that negative that's showing the revenue is actually a revenue item that's posted to an expense account. So once we do the journal entries for that, then that'll go to the revenue, so that's why that.
Any more questions? Seeing none, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda. It's, first resolution is to award bid number 2601 to Empire Pipe and Supply for Two Rivers Lumber Mill. Cost not to exceed $133,336.93. Do we have a motion?
I've got a question about this. Can we ask questions to,
You can.
is Sasha still here?
Yes.
Sasha, there you go. Thank you for what you do, for what all you guys do in there, in the purchase department there. You know, in my history of working with bids in the past, with numbers like $133,000 project, normally you'll have multiple people that will, you know, provide a bid for that. And I see that only one vendor submitted a bid for this material. Can you explain the steps you typically take to solicit vendor participation? And is receiving just one bid common in this particular category?
Right, so the typical process for advertising is we're required by Public Works bid law to post it in the Outlook. But this is a competitive bid, and so the only requirement there is to post on our bulletin board, but we do go ahead and still post it in the Outlook. We also post it on our website, and then we also send it out to anyone that signed up to be on our vendor list. Plus, I go outside of that, and I look for other municipalities, boards of education, counties, to see if they had any similar projects and who their vendors were, and who they awarded it to or did not award it to, and send out letters or emails that way as well. So try to reach out to as many people as possible, but it is not normal that we receive one on something like this, because we've done other projects similar to this for just material, and we received multiple. So I don't know why we only received one there, but I do know that there was a good bit of letters that were sent out for this project. But we also don't always know. So Stephanie receives the bids as they come in, but a lot of times those don't come in until maybe the day before or the day of, or they're brought in with it. So we don't know until the very last minute that, hey, we didn't get a lot, you know, maybe we could reach out. It's, unfortunately, we just don't know until it's too late.
Right.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, one thing, the bid is actually lower than what the projected cost was, and if it had been higher at that time, you could have made a suggestion to rebid it.
Right, yes, we always have the option to rebid, or if you only have one bid, you have the option to negotiate. So, but we talked to the engineer on the project and Lynn, and they both felt that this pricing was actually pretty good pricing for this project.
There's two different types of bid. There's competitive bid law and then the Public Works bid law.
Yes, sir.
And the difference in those.
So the way I kind of explain it the best and easiest way is competitive bid law typically is when you're looking at a project, you're dealing with mostly just material, where somebody's not doing the work for you also, and that's $30,000.
Right.
So the Public Works comes into play at $100,000 and above, and that's where somebody's coming in and doing the work for you. So we have to look and see what the scope of work is for that project to decide which route we have to go.
Okay. Again, there's still a 30-day turn time in response to the time that the bid is presented.
Yes.
To respond.
So last year, I created some bid procedures to try to create a standard so that we're all on the same page, all the department heads kind of know what to expect. And so I made a guideline in there that we try to advertise all bids for a minimum of 30 days.
Thank you so much. I have no further questions. Thanks, Sasha.
Anyone else? Now we'll take a motion to approve the agenda item as presented.
I make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Councilman Mike Deswell made a motion. Have a second.
Being ahead of myself there now.
We've been demoted already.
We got a motion by Councilman Lucas, I apologize, so I have a second.
I second.
Council Pro Tem Young made a second. We've already had discussion, so all those in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. Motion passed unanimously. The next item on the agenda is the request to approve a retail off-premises only and tobacco license for REDD store located at 2475 Jefferson Street. Everything come back fine. Jay, everything is approved by you. Do I have a motion to approve the request as written?
I make a motion to approve the request as written.
Ms. Curry made a motion. James Up made a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor to approve the request as written, please raise your right hand. Motion passed 6-0. Item number 3 is to approve a retail table wine off premises only to REDD store located at 2475 Jefferson Street. Same thing, it's already approved by our chief. Do we have a motion to approve the request as written?
I make a motion to approve this request.
Councilman Pro Tem Young made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
James Tuck made a second. All those in favor of the request as written? Well, I guess any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor? Motion passed unanimously. Item number 4 is to authorize an increase in height on Chick-fil-A sign on Highway 280. And that's, Councilman Tuck. Would you like to say anything on that?
Yes, obviously, this is the Chick-fil-A location. On the operator lowest end, just had some trouble trying to get that signed or erected, and finally got the proper documentation. It's not going to bother the aviation. She sent pictures, and one of the things that she was trying to see is you can't see the sign from a football field away. It's down in the field. So when they erected the sign, it wasn't taking into account that it was on slope. So just get it up to the standards for visibility wise. But it's already been approved by aviation and everything, so it's not going to mess with our air traffic. And should be good.
Thank you for that.
Where's Lois? Oh, I see. Yeah, did I miss anything you want to speak, or did I?
Sure.
And please state your name and the address for us.
Okay.
Yes.
Lois Ann Murphy with Chick-fil-A, 3899 Highway 280, Alex City. And just the request to bring it to a visible height, yes. Coming up from 280, you cannot see it until you're past Regions Bank. And it needs to be a little bit higher, so hopefully we can get some out-of-town guests to come visit us. And according to the city regulations on page 51, there is a provision that says there can be an extension if it is below the nearest highway.
Okay.
Any other questions for me?
Seeing none, thank you for your time and thank you for being here.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
I will take a motion to approve the resolution as written.
I make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Council Pro Tem Bill Young made the resolution, made a motion. Do I have a second? Second. Gordy made a second. Motion and a second. All those in favor, please so by raising your right hand. Motion passed unanimously.
I would like to just openly thank you for what you're doing in Alex City. Your placement in that location in Alex City not only serves a great purpose for us, but I witness all the people that work for you, all the kids that come through there. Incredible customer service, and I'm overwhelmed when I think about how you guys treat everybody in Alex City. Thank you for being such a good representative.
Pleasure. Thank you.
I second that.
Hey, on that, I will say, I was reading from the FAA, let's just remember, construction-wise, that if we bring in a crane, that has to be approved by the FAA as well for construction. It just says it doesn't include equipment such as cranes included in, so it's just something to be aware of.
Who is doing this?
Sign source.
Okay.
And the next item on the agenda is resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Thomas County Commission to partner with the Alexander City, Alabama for matching fund for the sidewalk project. Mayor Dinsmore, would you like to talk on that?
We've got started that project and to continue with the comprehensive plans, mobile access by feet on sidewalks. It's an extension of the sidewalks, and we deeply appreciate, Steve, you and the other commissioners to supporting that.
I see Amanda out here. I know you were telling her, would you like to address the council and say anything?
So what this is back in May, I think it was the 19th of this year, the previous council had approved an application for a grant, a TAP grant, which is through ALDOT funds. This grant opportunity used to be about $600,000. They raised it and we were awarded. We did not even think we were going to get awarded until this month or later, but we found out sooner. That total project is going to be a little over $1 million, and $800,000 comes from the grant. And then we're going to be applying for another grant for the engineering fees for this project. And Steve has graciously assisted us with $30,000. And our first in that resolution previously, FY26 is $50,000, FY27 is $102, FY28 is $102. So we were originally looking at a total of about $132,000 on our expense. But guess what? We also got another grant to help us with $10,000. So right now for FY25, we are only paying $10,000 out of city funds for the $50,000. And if I have anything else to do with it, I'll find some more.
Hey, and also, your plan is to go along with everyone who's been involved, try to get this area connected with downtown eventually. We have to start here and work our way that way.
Yes, this is going to be a phased project. I have approached Steve as well about, we're going that way to downtown. Downtown is a topic of one of the 5 topics of our comprehensive plan, as well as green and gray infrastructure. So that hits on 2 as well as economic, and this, like you said, goes back to downtown. It's revitalizing former Russell property. So we're going to go as far as we can, and we hope to have lighting in this. The last time we did it as an alternate, but it'll match what's already previously done here on the complex. So it'll be image and legibility, economic development, and as well as connectivity, so green and gray infrastructure.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you, man.
Now we'll take a motion to approve the resolution as written.
I make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Mr. Corey made a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Mr. Clerk made a second. Any discussion, further discussion from council? Seeing none, we'll take a vote to approve the resolution as written. Signify by raising your right hand. Motion passed unanimously. Item number 6 on our agenda is to set a public hearing to rezone property located at 3644 and 3664 Dable Road from B1 neighborhood business to B2 general business, sponsored by Councilor Lucas. Would you like to?
Yeah, this is a property, most of you probably realize, remember where the Windmill Motel is, at the old Dable Highway. It's been a long time since the place has been there, but anyway, Paul Welch has owned the property for several years, and he's putting in a cold storage. And I think, as far as I know, he's paid all the rezoning fees. It's been approved by the board, and he's ready to get started work on it as soon as we have the 2 hearings. Is it 2 we have to have? 2 public hearings?
You've got a public hearing for planning commission as well as here.
Okay. So we'll have 2 hearings, and then we'll bring it back up for vote. So I just like to put that in form of motion. That's it.
All right, thank you. We'll take a motion now to approve the resolution as written.
I make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Mr. Corey made a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Mike Lucas made a second, and have a proper motion and a second. All those in favor, do so by raising your right hand. Motion passed unanimously. Item number 7 on the agenda is an ordinance, so we need immediate consideration. So it has to be unanimous to hire Mayor Mike Dinsmore, utility superintendent. So I have a motion to appoint him as utility superintendent.
I'll make a motion that we appoint, Mayor Mike Dinsmore as our utility superintendent.
We have a motion for Council Pro Tem Bill Young. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a second by Councilman Mike Lucas. Any discussion?
Should we go to an interview with him?
Good job.
That was the time you got the name fixed.
Hearing no discussion, we'll, put it.
We just voted for immediate consideration.
Immediate consideration. Yeah, for immediate consideration, all those in favor, please raise your right hand. Motion passed unanimously. So now we'll take a motion to approve the ordinance as presented.
Make a motion to, we approve the ordinance as presented.
Council Tuck made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Council Gilroy made a second. All in favor, any discussion? All in favor, please so by raising your right hand. Motion passed unanimously.
Congratulations.
Yep.
You've been hired.
Last item on the agenda is to appoint Councilor Mike Lucas to the Planning Commission, and our mayor, Mike Dinsmore, may sponsor that. Mayor, would you like to make any comments?
I think I've met with the planning commission a couple of times and sorted that out, and Mike and I have worked behind the scenes on a couple of things, and that had to do with planning commission and some people that wanted some things, that some of what they got and some of what they didn't get. So it's an important thing when we start deciding how to zone our property, and we need somebody who understands that and is committed to that. Mike's that guy.
Thank you.
Well, I take a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Make a motion to approve the resolution as written.
Councilman Pro Tem Young made the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Councilman Gorey made a second. Have a proper motion and a second. Any discussion? I'd like to say, Mike, I think you'll do well with it. Appreciate your willingness to serve on it. All right.
Okay, I was just wondering if this was reading right.
It's not written down. Is that right?
First approve resolution as written.
It says that Chris Brown is here about.
Oh. Gotta change you. I've got, well, mine says Mike.
Mine says Mike.
Well, I see on, we've gotta change this.
I made the change already. I just gave you all the original.
Okay. Thank you for catching that. So all those in favor of approving the resolution to appoint Mike Lucas to Planning Commission, do so by raising your right hand.
I can go for myself, yeah.
Yes, you can. Motion passed, unanimous. Now we'll take public comments, and we have two people signed up. James, you're the first one, if you will, step up the mic. We all know who you are, still have you to say your name and your address.
That's okay. Not using home address. James D Nabors Dr partnership tonight, and we're at 755 Lee Street, is what I had met with Mallory and Aaron and Mike a couple of weeks ago about, we're doing a remodel in addition to First United Methodist Church, and we got our, which everybody does, got our permit cost. I felt like it was excessive for the building permit, and I just wanted to talk about, because it's a church, that maybe looking at how we can reduce that or get it, I'm not saying take it to zero, but I'm talking about cutting it down to where it's a negotiable amount that we can live with. I found in the Alabama laws about on the construction industry craft training part, is charged this, which I know everybody has to pay $1 per 1,000 to get there. And I understand that we have to have permit fees to cover the cost the city has to endure whenever they're doing inspections and everything else. But it is waived, that part is waivable under that if it's a church or a nonprofit organization. And I can get back with them on this, but I wanted to make you aware of this. I didn't get on the agenda tonight because I was too late getting into it. The other thing is the quarterly contractor license fee. And I know that's a quarter of 1% for the total of the project, but for this project, permit, the cost, what it costs is taking a lot of money out of the pockets of of the church over there, the church members. We're using all, local services, using all local MEPs. Everybody that goes to church there is local. They spend their money here, they pay the tax dollars here. All the subs are doing the same thing. They gotta buy permits, they got fees, they gotta pay. And I'm just looking for a little reduction in the cost, total cost of that. That's where I'm going. So how to go about that is I want to start here, and I can get back with the building department. They've been more than helpful with this thing. I can't say enough about Mallory and Aaron and all that team there, what they do and how they help us on this, and I understand it's a difficult job. But the cost to build outside the city is a lot less, but the cost inside the city is a lot more. So I don't know where to start with seeing what we can do to get a reduction on that. And I guess with the building department, but I wanted to make you aware of it because they said the council had to be the one to make the decision. Okay.
Okay.
How much longer do I have?
Got a minute.
Okay, do I need to talk to you about the cost of it? You want to know what the cost of it was?
Yes, sir.
We had a $33,360 permit fee. $2,900 of it was a CICT, and $72.50 was a quarterly contractor's license fee. So if I could get a little, half, or get those two fees reduced off of there, or we could at least get it to half or just a little over half. I mean, I'm not saying take it all the way down. But that $33,000, we pay for all the lighting and all the alarms and all the plugs and switches that we have to go back in there with, you know what I'm saying? So that's a big chunk of money. $33,000 could pay for most of the grading that's going out there. And, a lot of the stone and a lot of the pipe that's going there, so how much more time do I have?
That's it.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Thank you for your time. I guess continue to work with the building department from there, then
Okay.
something come out of it. Next person signed up for public comments, Alan Baker. I know he's going to talk about Hilly Towers. State your name and address.
Yes, my name is Alan Baker. I'm the president of the board of directors of Hillby Towers. And just want to, again, present to this council a repeatable thing. We were here during the last council session and the last, and the issue that we have is that Hillby Towers is unique, excuse me, unique in the fact that it is not a HUD facility. It is a private corporation, Hillby Towers Incorporated, which was started back in 1983 approximately, with the help of Bill Nichols to obtain HUD funding to provide an outreach for our church, which is adjacent to that building. The board of directors is made up of the leadership of Alexander City Church of Christ. We own that building. And so what HUD does is provide up to 30, or the tenants pay 30% of their adjusted income, and HUD pays the rest. So in that rent includes their apartment, their water, their power, the cooling, everything. So there is none of the tenants get a bill from the city for any utility. We have one water meter that provides all the water to Hillby Towers. We are being charged as if each one of these tenants have a meter that they're paying water on. So we get charged $20 times 78, $1,560 before the first drop of water goes into that building. So, and then we pay our utility rate, and then you add the $1,560 on top of it. So I'm not asking, one of the options that has been suggested, that you can change this to a commercial rate. So you charge us $40 for one commercial meter, and then we'll pay for whatever the sewage is. It's gotta be cheaper than the $1,560 that I'm paying on top, for each meter. I mean, it's just, and we've been dealing with this, and of course, it was in the outlook last year, so I'm just asking for the council and Mayor Dinsmore and I, we talked about it. We need to come up with a solution. And we actually believe, April's the manager there, that if you actually look at the amount of money that we're paying, if we pay for a commercial meter and pay the water sewage rate based on 1 meter, it'd be less than what we're paying if you had $1,560 to our current sewage rate.
Mr. Baker, I hate to cut you off, but you're 3 minutes.
I appreciate it, Bobby, I appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all's time, and just, I know April has talked to several of us, and I know the mayor, one of his priorities to look into, so we're hoping to find a solution.
We're open to discussion. If y'all want to have a meeting with us up here at the city, we'd be glad to meet with y'all or invite y'all to come down and help the town.
We appreciate it. We're well aware that it hopefully will have a solution for too much longer.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No one else has signed up tonight for public comment. There's nothing else. Well, we got comments from the council. So tonight we'll start with Councilman Mike Lucas.
Well, we don't have any reports for it, so we just got appointed to committee, but I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight and just keep coming. We need to fill this place up and keep everybody informed of what's going on. Thank you.
Councilman Tuck.
Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for my appointment to Parks and Rec, I'm there with Kerry, and just big congratulations to the Wildcats. Obviously, they're in the 3rd round of the playoffs going against Hueytown here at home. So if you guys can, please be sure to come out and support our young men. Thank you.
Thanks. Council Pro Tem Bill Young.
Yeah, first I'd like to recognize one of our public works departments. I witnessed this on Saturday. We had 2 water main breaks in the same location, one off of El Cahachi and one off of 22. And while we were all sitting in our houses watching the football games and enjoying all that, these guys were in the ditches down there getting our water back on. I see Glenn and David both are here. Who else is here with the water department right now? Anybody else? If you'd stand up just a minute. If y'all would stand up just a minute, don't be shy. But we just want to thank y'all for what y'all did Saturday, because that took what you thought was going to take 4 or 5 hours. It took 2.5 hours to get it on. But thank you guys for what you did on Saturday. Okay, appreciate that. I'd also like to bring up, we got a new state champion in Elliott City. We got the Elliott City 10 and under soccer team that won the state championship in Gadsden. The 8 and under finished 2nd place, but even more importantly, they were the team that was recognized for the 8 and under sportsmanship trophy, which is a huge deal in today's society. So congratulations to them. And then our 14 and under finished 2nd. So we're going to have these teams come in and be recognized down the road, but I just wanted to mention this. They just got home from, I think they had a police escort, didn't they? Coming in or something. So thank you guys for doing that as well. And thank everybody for being here tonight.
Yes. Kelly.
Yeah, great to see everybody. Thanks for coming out. Steve Robinson, thank you for your support in the city, and everybody have a good time, good week.
It's from the camp.
From the county.
I just represent them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Councilman Gore.
Yes, I too would like to thank everybody for coming. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your families, and look forward to seeing you on December the 8th.
Thank you. As for me, I thank everybody for showing up, especially all the departments. Thank this council. We've had a good council before. These guys are doing an excellent job, especially the new people. They're really involved. They really care about the city, so I'm grateful to be serving you guys. Commissioner Robinson, we always appreciate your support. I know it's a county thing, but you've always been big for this city. And again, we thank you for what you do. Denise and Sandra, see y'all out there. Y'all invaluable to this city, so we appreciate y'all, and Lana, appreciate what you do on these projects and all, so. I know I give you a hard time at times, but I do appreciate you. For everybody else, I know our animal patrol's here, they've caught several dogs, so thank y'all so much. I know there's more out there, so please be diligent on getting these dogs off the street, so thank y'all for at least getting some of them off the street.
Is Teresa Moulton, is she here tonight? Teresa? Yeah, okay, we've gotten, so 3 of the 5 dogs, and they found a way to trap these things. Of course, once the number goes down, they spread, so it's hard to get in touch, to call them, to get in touch with them, but great job, guys. Yeah. Great job.
I know Teresa knows that from Mama Dog out there, got 6 puppies, so we're trying to get all those rounded up as
That
well.
tree, is 2 more, I saw last night, the dog take a picture of the
So we thank everybody for being here, as said, and as Councilor already said. We pray that each of y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. Remember those that lost family members and lost family. Be thankful for what you have. Thank God for everything. And with that, I would ask to make a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Motion second. Let me get my gals here. I gotta get used to this thing. We'll officially adjourn.